And today I'd like to show you how to make this tablet sleeve. It's very simple, it's half treble crochet. I'll just open it up for you so you can have a look and see inside. There's your tablet in there. All you have to do is then close it up with the button and there you have it. Okay, I'll go through the materials that you'll need in just a moment and then we'll do a tutorial. And keep in mind that Christmas is coming. This would make a fantastic gift for Christmas. It is so blingy. It's probably not showing up terribly well in the video, but this is really beautiful and I enjoyed making it. It was so much fun to make, so I hope you have fun making it as well. Stay with me and we'll go through the materials as I said in just a moment. Okay, bye. Okay, so the materials that you'll need for this project are a 5.5mm crochet hook, a button, a stitch counter, some 8-ply acrylic, 100% acrylic wool, and this Milford metallic thread. It's polyester, and if you have a look at your craft shop you'll find some there. Okay, so what I want you to do first is to chain 26, and then I want you to go into the third chain from your hook and do your first half treble in there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just continue into every chain until you get to the end of this row, and you should have 24 half trebles in total. That's because you missed out the first two at the beginning and you chained 26. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we're going to see a picture of the end of this row, and you will see there's an arrow going from the top to the bottom. I want you to carry on around that corner and start going along the bottom of your chain now, and we're going to complete round one like this. And then by the end of this row, we call them rows because you do 24 along the top and 24 along the bottom, and we end up with 48 half trebles, and that's what we call one round. So in this project we have a round of 48 stitches, and then we continue going around at that rate of 48 stitches. Alright, so now we've finished round one and we have put, we're on round two, and we've put a stitch holder in the 48th stitch so that we know when we get back to that holder that we should have done 48 half trebles for round two. Okay, so the stitch holder is a good idea at this stage. In fact, it's a very good idea because you need to keep counting to make sure that you've gone into every single stitch. Okay, so this gold thread is a little bit tricky to try and work. It's worth it because it looks beautiful when you've done it, but you know, when you're trying to work two threads at a time, especially when one's quite a bit finer or lighter than the other one, you have to be really careful that you catch all of those strands as you're working the stitch. So just persevere and you'll be fine. Okay, so continuing to work to finish round two. Okay, so keep up the good work, and you're going to go to round 23. You're going to work one half treble crochet into each stitch, and you need to ensure that you have the correct amount of stitches before you get back to your stitch counter, depending on how big you want to have your tablet sleeve. Right, so we are going to work on the flap now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go backward and forward across your 24 stitches. You're not going to go right round and complete the round of 48. Okay, so basically when you get halfway around your round of 48, you'll stop and then just start going backward and forward. It's a good idea to put a stitch holder into the first of the 24 stitches and another one at the end of the 24, so that you know when you have to turn around and start coming back again. Alright, so you're going to continue to make your flap. I made mine about 5 rows of half treble, and I thought that that was fine. You might want to make your flap come down a little bit further and come down the tablet sleeve a little bit longer, I mean, and so if that's the case, then you just put more rows into it. So here we go, we're at the stitch counter of the 24th stitch, and we're going to chain 1 and then just keep going backward and forward with half trebles. Go into the very first stitch each time, don't miss any out, because otherwise you'll end up with less than 24 in your row. Okay, so that's good, well done, you're nearly there. It's a little bit hard working that gold thread in, but you've persevered and you've done it, and you're going to be so pleased with the look of it when you're finished. I mean, you can already see how good it looks now. Right, so here we go, we're ready to put our finishing touches. Here's the button that I have chosen, and I'm going to just put it up against the stitches, and I'm going to see how many I need to miss out in order for that button to fit. And it looks like about 2 in the middle of my work. So I'm going to come across 11 stitches, and I'm going to do a chain of 2. And then I'm going to miss out 2 stitches for my buttonhole, and I'm going to continue another 11 stitches along to the end. And then what's going to happen is for my last row, I'm going to do a row of double crochet just to firm up that buttonhole and finish it off. And when you're finished, you should be able to fit your button through your buttonhole, and it'll be nice and secure and nice and firm, and there you have it. You are all done. When I finish this row and do a double crochet row, I'm all finished, and you will be finished too, and that's what your tablet sleeve will look like when you're finished. Yours might be bigger, might be smaller, it all depends on how big your tablet is. So thanks so much for watching, and good luck with your project. I hope it turns out well. Thanks. See you later.